Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Tanvi Taneja, coming up in the next 30 minutes. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Brunei and Singapore to further New Delhi's Act East policy and its vision of the Indo-Pacific. Pressure mounts on Israel's leadership as US President Joe Biden says he does not think Prime Minister Netanyahu is doing enough to get a hostage deal. Far-right state wind shakes Germany's coalition government. Alternative for Germany tells Chancellor Olaf Scholz to pack his bags after his coalition's losses in 2 state elections. And in sports, India adds a 9th medal to its kitty as Nitesh Kumar wins the men's singles badminton gold at the 2024 Paris Paralympics. Briefing media on Prime Minister of India's visit to Brunei. External Affairs Ministry of India said that the Southeast Asian country is an important partner of India's Act East policy.
Brunei is an important partner for India's Act East policy and our vision for the Indo-Pacific. And as we mark a decade of our Act East policy this year, the visit assumes additional significance. Brunei has been our country coordinator in ASEAN from 2012 to 2015 and played a key role in our further engagements with ASEAN and continues to do so today.
After Brunei, Prime Minister Modi will visit Singapore at the invitation of his Singaporean counterpart. The Prime Minister of India's visit is aimed to strengthen India-Singapore strategic partnership and exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest.
From the point of trade and investment also, the Prime Minister's visit to Singapore is very significant. Singapore is India's largest trade partner in ASEAN, and it is a leading source of foreign direct investment. Singapore is India's 6th largest trade partner worldwide and the largest source of FDI during the last financial year.
During his visit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also interact with the business leaders from Singapore. India will engage with Singapore in the semiconductor sector. Singapore
is very well plugged into the global semiconductor ecosystem. It has experience of more than 20 years in this area. This is an area where we are very keen to get into. And already we are seeing how we can cooperate with Singapore. Singapore is already setting up facilities in India, and there will be many other areas of the semiconductor industry itself which will be discussed and cooperation moved forward during the visit.
India's Prime Minister will visit Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque in Brunei. Prime Minister Modi will also meet members of the Indian community. DD India's Munmun Bhattacharya reports from Brunei, Darussalam.
After India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Brunei Darussalam's capital, Bandar Seri Begawan, on Tuesday, one of his key engagements would be at the Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque. He would pay respects at the mosque and also meet members of the Indian diaspora here. The Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque takes its name from its builder, the father of the present Sultan and his predecessor, Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin. He was the 28th Sultan of Brunei. His vision of a grand mosque took 4 years to build. It was finally completed in 1958. The design was heavily influenced by Mughal architecture in India.
We have had very deep historical linkages with, as you would know in history, this island was known as the Borneo Island, and Indian sailors, traders, merchants, pilgrims, preachers, Buddhist pilgrims, they had been sailing these waters. And from the pre-modern, pre-medieval and pre-Islamic times, there have been very deep ties between India and Borneo Island, the residents of this island.
Only the finest materials were used in its construction: Shanghai granite and Italian marble, stained glass and crystal chandeliers from England, fine carpets from Saudi Arabia, and a dome covered in gold leaf.
We are very proud to welcoming our Honorable Prime Minister to Brunei Darussalam. Everybody join, we get together, and we are welcoming our Honorable Prime Minister to Brunei Darussalam.
It's one of the iconic mosques here in Brunei. So our Prime Minister coming here and visiting this place, it's like thoroughly we really honored visiting.
The mosque's 52-meter high minaret makes it the tallest building in central Bandar Seri Begawan. The Indian diaspora is excited to meet the Prime Minister at the mosque.
Bruneian Indians or Indian Bruneians, we are waiting for our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Here we go, Modi, Modi, Modi.
We can't wait. As you can hear, Modi, Modi chants have already started just before his landing, and we want to be doing it tomorrow.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi lives in us because he is the energy for not the country, for the whole world.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the mosque is being seen as significant to boost people-to-people ties between India and the Islamic Sultanate of Brunei. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had earlier visited mosques in various countries in Southeast Asia and West Asia. In those visits, he has taken the message of peace, piety, harmony and inclusiveness, all inherent to the faith of Islam, to the people and leadership of those countries. The Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque will soon be the latest addition to that list. With cameraman Kumar Datta, this is Munmun Bhattacharya from Bandar Seri Begawan for DD India.
The Ministry of External Affairs released a video ahead of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Singapore. It highlights the strong relations India shares with Singapore over the years and how the visit would enhance the same. More news from India. The Indian government has approved a digital agriculture mission worth 2,817 crore rupees. It also approved an outlay of 2,291 crore rupees for strengthening agricultural education, management and social sciences.
Agricultural education और मैनेजमेंट और सोशल साइंसेस जो रिलेटेड है, इनको कैसे स्ट्रेंथन किया जाए। और 5 बड़े इसमें पिलर्स हैं। पहला है कि ये सारा का सारा काम इंडियन काउंसिल ऑफ एग्रीकल्चरल रिसर्च के गाइडेंस में ओवरऑल देश भर में होगा, जिसमें स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स भी कंट्रीब्यूट करेगी, एग्रीकल्चरल यूनिवर्सिटीज भी कंट्रीब्यूट करेगी, और सारा फोकस रहेगा कि न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के हिसाब से और आज की जो लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं उसके आधार पे कैसे एजुकेशन को, एग्रीकल्चरल एजुकेशन को स्ट्रेंथन किया जाए और किसानों के पास कैसे ये सब नॉलेज पहुंचे।
The cabinet also approved a 309-kilometer-long new project providing the shortest rail connectivity between 2 major commercial hubs of Mumbai and Indore. This will be completed by 2028-29.
Overall, इंदौर, भोपाल और उत्तर प्रदेश के झांसी, आगरा, कानपुर, लखनऊ, वाराणसी और उसके और भी ऊपर जो सीमांचल एरिया है हमारे, जो उत्तर प्रदेश के नेपाल के बॉर्डर के साथ जुड़ते हुए एरियाज हैं, उन सब को सीधा एक कनेक्टिविटी के लिए पूरा एक एक्सेस मिलेगा, जिसमें इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट हो पाएगा, लोगों को आने जाने को सुविधा मिलेगी, और खासकर जो मुंबई भारत का जो फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल है, इसको मुंबई को एक्सेस इस पूरे एरिया के लिए अच्छी मिलेगी।
India's President Draupadi Murmu on Monday embarked on a 3-day visit to Maharashtra. She began her visit by offering prayers at the Kolhapur Lakshmi temple. President Murmu performed a puja and sought blessings at the temple. The President attended the Golden Jubilee celebration of Sri Varana Women Cooperative Group at Varana Nagar. Addressing the gathering, she highlighted the contribution of women to our society.
महिलाओं की क्षमता और शक्ति में विश्वास जताते हुए उनको आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के उद्देश्य से 50 वर्ष पहले दाता साहेब जी ने महिला सरकारी उद्योग समूह को स्थापना की थी। आज जहां यहाँ उपस्थित बेटियां और बहनों को देखकर मैं कह सकती हूं कि उनका विश्वास सही था। इस समूह ने अनेक उद्यमों के द्वारा महिलाओं को आर्थिक और सामाजिक रूप से सशक्त बनाया है।
India's ruling party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, has begun its membership drive from Monday. The drive focuses on enrolling new members and renewing the existing ones of the party. According to BJP's constitution, the membership drives are conducted afresh every 5 to 6 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the drive, getting the certificate for the renewal of his membership from party president. All existing members will need to renew their membership. According to BJP's constitution, the membership drives are conducted afresh every 5 to 6 years.
ये सदस्यता अभियान आंकड़ों का खेल नहीं दोस्तों। कितने नंबर हम पार कर जाएंगे ये नहीं है। ये सदस्यता अभियान एक पूर्ण रूप से वैचारिक आंदोलन भी है और भावनात्मक आंदोलन भी है, और हमने संगठन की गाड़ी को उस पटरी पर दौड़ाना है जिसमें वैचारिक धार भी हो और भावनाओं से भरपूर भी हो।
You're with us on DD India Live. Still to come on the show. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, worried by far-right surge in regional elections, calls the results of 2 regional elections bitter. Russia launches missile strike on Kiev as a new school term begins in Ukraine. And the Green Bank telescope located in West Virginia searches for extraterrestrial intelligence in the cosmos. Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Tanvi Taneja. On to West Asia now, where massive protests have erupted across Israel after bodies of 6 hostages were recovered from a tunnel in southern Gaza. The demonstrators demanded that the government reached a ceasefire deal with Hamas to free Israeli captives. The protesters also accused the government, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, of failing to save the remaining hostages. The Israeli Defense Forces said on Saturday that 6 bodies were found in a Rafah area of southern Gaza, and all of them were, quote, murdered by Hamas's terrorists in a number of shots at close range. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden said on Monday that a final deal for the release of hostages held by Hamas in Gaza was very close, but that he did not think Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was doing enough to secure such an agreement.
Mr. President, do you think it's time for Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more on this issue? Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
Mr. President.
Israel's labor court on Monday ruled that a general strike that shut much of the country's economy must end at 2:30 p.m. local time. The Israeli economy has come to a standstill due to a one-day general strike called by a major trade union to put pressure on the government to reach a deal with Hamas. Tel Aviv's Ben Gurion airport has halted flights amid the strike. Hospitals were partially operational, banks were closed, and services at many private sectors were affected.
It's not a simple matter to shut down the economy, and you know how much responsibility I've shown in the last 11 months. No more. I call on the people of Israel to take to the streets, leave the workplaces. I call on all the economic organizations in the state of Israel, everyone to join the strike. We must raise the cry of our hostages, our displaced, our dead. The state of Israel must be returned to normal.
On to Europe now. Germany's far-right party is set to win a state election for the first time post the Second World War in the country's east and looked set to finish very close second in another. Exit polls showed that the far-right Alternative for Germany, or AfD, won 32.8% of the vote in Thuringia, well ahead of the centre-right Christian Democratic Union, CDU, the main national opposition party, with 23.6% in Sunday's regional elections. The results look punishing for Social Democrat Chancellor Olaf Scholz's coalition ahead of the national elections next year. Meanwhile, AfD's co-leader called on Chancellor Olaf Scholz on Monday to pack his bags following the heavy losses of his coalition government's parties in 2 state elections.
What we have seen is a dramatically poor performance by the government coalition. It was a vote for the end of the government coalition. Voters want new elections also on the federal level, and we are preparing for that. Accordingly, Chancellor Olaf Scholz should draw the consequences and should, along with his coalition partners, pack his bags and make room. Voters want a different government and different politics.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, on his part, called the results of these 2 regional elections bitter and urged mainstream parties to form governments without right-wing extremists. Scholz, in a statement, said that the results for the Alternative for Germany in Saxony and Thuringia are worrying. The German Chancellor blamed AfD for damaging the country. He added that the AfD is weakening the economy, dividing society and ruining Germany's reputation. Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof reached Zaporizhia on Monday. Ukrainian President Zelensky and the Prime Minister of the Netherlands held a joint press conference. The Netherlands extended its support to Ukraine and announced a new package worth €200 million.
We have discussed with Mr. Prime Minister how to increase our defense from Russian terror and how to bring a just peace closer. Key aspects for that: air defense, Patriot supplies, missiles, increasing our F-16 fleet. We have ideas in that regard.
I'm pleased to announce that the Netherlands is providing a substantial support package worth over €200 million. This extra support is focused on protecting and repairing the energy infrastructure that Russia is trying to destroy with its criminal attacks. To ensure that Ukrainians are not left in the cold, the package includes funds for repairing energy infrastructure and buying new gas turbines and essential materials. It also includes additional funding for humanitarian assistance, mental health and psychological support, and mine clearance.
Back to Asia. The High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh, Verma, met Home and Agriculture Advisor of the Interim Government of Bangladesh, Jahangir Alam Chaudhary, on Monday. Indian High Commission, through social media post on platform X, said that they discussed areas of engagement to advance India-Bangladesh security cooperation. They also exchanged views on safety and security of Indian nationals and students in Bangladesh. The interim government of Bangladesh cancelled the contractual appointment of Foreign Secretary Masood bin Momen. The Public Administration Ministry issued a Gazette notification in this regard on Monday. His contractual appointment was scheduled to end in December this year. Across Nepal, people from the Hindu community and a few Buddhist sects observed Nepali Father's Day on Monday. On the occasion, Hindus bring sacred Kushi grass, which symbolizes Lord Vishnu, into their houses. It is believed that the grass, anointed with religious verses, will bring prosperity and well-being into their houses. People show reverence to their father by showering them with gifts and delicious food items and seeking their blessings. Those people with their deceased fathers perform ritualistic worship on the banks of river Bagmati in Kathmandu with a belief in the well-being of their lineage. Next, a look at those stories making news across the world. Spanish auteur filmmaker Pedro Almodovar arrived at the Venice Film Festival on Monday to present his latest movie, The Room Next Door. The film marks Almodovar's English language debut and stars internationally acclaimed actors Tilda Swinton and Julianne Moore. It is one of the 21 films vying for the coveted Golden Lion Best Picture Prize at this year's festival. South Africa's phase out of breeding captive big game and ban on the use of lions for commercial gain have left some big cat breeders worried about their business prospects. South Africa has over 8,000 lions living in captivity, the largest captive lion population in the world, surpassing the country's wild lion population. The Green Bank telescope, located in West Virginia, USA, is at the forefront of the modern search for extraterrestrial life. Situated within the National Radio Quiet Zone, this massive instrument begins its nightly scan of the cosmos. Scientists analyze the data in hopes of detecting intelligent life beyond Earth. The Green Bank telescope is the world's largest fully steerable radio astronomy facility. And now to all the action from the Paris Paralympics. Indian shuttler Nitesh Kumar clinched gold medal in para-badminton SL3 category at the Paris Games. Nitesh defeated Great Britain's Daniel Bethel in the final on Monday. Born in Rajasthan, Nitesh is an IIT graduate and currently lives in Haryana. A train accident in 2009 had made him lose his leg and left him bedridden for months. His tryst with the sport began during his days at IIT Mandi, when he got inspired by para-shuttler Pramod Bhagat. At Para-Asian Games in Hwangju, Nitesh clinched 3 medals, which included a gold in men's doubles, silver in singles and a bronze in mixed doubles. SL3 class players have severe lower limb disabilities and play on a half-width court, making them hit the shuttle on only one side of the playing field. India's Prime Minister congratulated Indian shuttler Nitesh Kumar for clinching gold medal in para-badminton SL3 category at the Paris Paralympics. In a post on microblogging site X, the Prime Minister said, and I quote him, "A tremendous achievement by Nitesh Kumar in the para-badminton men's singles SL3 as he wins the gold. He is known for his incredible skills and perseverance. May he keep motivating upcoming athletes." Indian Sports Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia congratulated Nitesh Kumar on his historic gold. He also took to social media platform X and wrote, "Congratulations to Nitesh for his outstanding performance in the para-badminton men's singles SL3 at the Paris Paralympics, winning the gold. Your exceptional talent and commitment have brought pride to every Indian. The nation stands tall in the celebration of your success. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi also congratulated shooter Avni Lekra on her victory. He said that she is performing well and wished her luck for her upcoming endeavours.
Namaskar sir, thank you so much. Thank you sir. हाँ जी कल मैच था सर. हाँ जी सर. काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है सर. दूसरी बार पैरालंपिक्स में आई हूँ तो थोड़ा था ऐसे नर्वसनेस, पर आपने ही बोला था बोझ लेकर नहीं जाना है अपनी उम्मीदों को, तो फिर वही उसी हिसाब से मैंने फॉलो करा.
नहीं, लेकिन आप बहुत अच्छा कर रही हो और लगातार कर रही हो.
थैंक यू सर.
मेरी तरफ से बहुत बधाई है. आप बहुत प्रगति करो और बिल्कुल मौका अपना मत पकड़िए. पूरी मेहनत करोगे और अच्छे परिणाम मिलने वाले हैं. बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद.
थैंक यू सर. आपका आशीर्वाद ऐसे ही बना रहे. थैंक यू सर.
परमात्मा के आशीर्वाद है और आपको बड़ी होनी है आपकी.
थैंक यू सर.
अच्छा जी, अच्छा बेटा.
So India also got a silver in discus throw event today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also congratulated Yogeshwar Dutt for winning silver in men's discus throw event at the Paris Paralympics. He wrote on the social media platform X, "Congrats to Yogeshwar Dutt for making India proud by winning the silver medal in the men's discus throw F56 event at the Paris Paralympics. His is an incredible journey of determination, hard work and resilience. Best wishes for upcoming endeavours." That's all for this edition of DD India Live. Do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. Connect with us on our different social media platforms at DD India Live. And for those on the go, you can catch all the latest news and updates on our DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. So we will be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Tanvita Neja from my entire team here in New Delhi and elsewhere around the world. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.